Hello and welcome back to the 1976 Chevrolet K10 restoration project that my son and I are doing. Once we got the vehicle, the next step was to decide what kind of restoration we were going to do, and we decided to go for a full frame-off restoration. And this is quite an ambitious project for us because we've never done a project before, much less a frame-off. But we've been able to locate some professional help, and we've been able to do a lot of research on the internet, and we feel that we'll be able to do this. And it's going to be a learning experience for us, and if you stick around, it'll be a learning experience for you, and we're probably just as interested in how this turns out as you are. So wish us luck, and hopefully we'll have some fun together doing this project. The first thing we did was we were able to be fortunate enough to have the original build sheet. The previous owner kept the build sheet, and it's been a really good source of information for us. It's got all the options and the RPO codes in this section right here, and in the top section it has other codes that we haven't quite been able to decipher, but they're things like engine and transmission, tires, all the different codes that they had back then. If anyone knows how to decipher the top section, I'd really appreciate it. I've been looking on the internet for a while and haven't really found anything. We did find that this truck was built in Fremont, California, back in the day when California had automobile manufacturing plants, and it was sold in Ventura, California. We also are fortunate enough to have the original option sticker that was in the glove compartment, and it also has a lot of RPO codes and a lot of good information on the vehicle. The next thing that we did is we did some internet searches, and we found a website called gmheritage.com, and on that website, if you dig deep enough, they have got the old style dealer ordering book that the dealers would use to pick interiors and order vehicles for their lot. It's got a lot of really good information, from standard bench seats, bucket seats, what was available at that time, and it's been a really great source of information for us. I'd recommend that you download this. It's a PDF file. It is big, so hope you have high-speed internet. Also on the internet, we were able to find a list of all the GM RPO codes, and that also helped us to determine colors, what type of molding, what type of trim. We did find out that back in the day there was about 5 different colors of red, so it was kind of difficult to find the color red that was on the interior of our vehicle. Also, we found how to decipher 1976 truck VIN system, and quite a bit of other information that's out there and available on the internet. Next thing we did was we ordered a bunch of catalogs. Some of them are from Classic Industries, Classic Parts, Brothers Truck Parts, and LMC. And we spent weeks just going through all these catalogs. Some of them have offers of free shipping if you buy a certain amount of dollar value of parts. Once you get on their mailing list, they'll send you offers for discounts or free shipping. I suggest that you give yourself enough time to go through all these. They all sell a lot of the same parts, but we found that some of these catalogs offer parts that other catalogs don't offer. So depending on what you need for your rebuild, take some time, go through these, go through the internet. There's Rock Auto. There's a number of different car parts vendors out there that carry parts for 1976 pickup trucks from Chevrolet. One thing we have not been able to find are the steering wheel, steering column, and the actual bezel that came with the wood grain panel for Silverados of that year. So what we did is we made a little spreadsheet blank that we put our wish list on, and we started getting some ideas of prices and just listing things that we would need or that we think we're going to need to get an idea of what kind of budget we're going to have whenever we get into this thing. And it's amazing how fast these prices add up. If you're going to be rebuilding the engine, there's a couple of there's a couple of vendors that have master engine kits, Mabco and Northern Auto Parts, and both of these also carry other parts for your vehicle as well. Another thing I would suggest is that you pick up a shop manual, and that you also pick up information on how to actually rebuild the small block Chevy. Both of these have been really good books. You can see that our grubby little hands have been all through them more than once. Another good website that I found, if you're planning on painting it yourself, or even if you just want the education, is a website it's sponsored by Tony Bandalos, and it's how to master auto body and paint like a pro. And it has a lot of really good information in there, and he'll send you, if you get on his mailing list, he'll send you tips weekly. As a tip, whenever you start tearing it apart, the one thing I recommend is getting a camera and getting a video camera and take lots of pictures as you're tearing it down. Take lots of notes. We found that a set of baggies, freezer bags for parts, a small one, a sandwich bag, and a freezer bag, and a Sharpie are invaluable. Also, we found that saving containers, I'm not too sure what part of the country you're at or watching this, but any kind of container, these are Chinese food containers. They're great for storing parts, and if you get into them, you can see where the little baggies come in. This one's labeled glove box to dash. So as we take it apart, we put them in these bags and label them, take pictures of them, take video of them, so that when the time comes to put this back together, we don't have a bucket of parts that we have no idea where they go. So this is the beginning of our project, and as we go along, I'll be adding more video to it, and we hope that you stay with us. Have a good day. Another great source of information that I neglected to include earlier was the sales brochure that we picked up off of eBay for less than $10. This was the original brochure that was handed out to customers on the showroom floor by the dealers, and it just has a bunch of nice pictures in there that you can reference back to as far as what was original on the vehicles. It's got some engine information. It has some of the engineering advances that Chevy was selling back in the day. It's also got some interior shots of the different styles of pickup, all from Silverado all the way down to Custom Deluxe. And it's just got some of the options that were available, and it's just a really, really good source of information. It's also got all the specifications on the back, and I would recommend picking one of these up. We use it quite often, and it's something that's come in really handy.